Hello everyone, this is Hari there and you're watching this online, and today in this video we're going to be talking about this and this. So without any further ado, let's move on to the video. So if you have not noticed, there has been this recent trend where companies and brands just simplify their logos. Most of the logos gets more saturated colors and they get more simplified. So this is a trend that has been going on, and I think this will continue because there is a very good reason for things like this to happen. And I'm going to telling me why these companies and brands are just changing their logo, and how some people react in a negative way, not in a negative way, but they are not very happy about it. Most of the community won't be happy about it just right after the change, because most of them doesn't understand why the logo is actually being changed. So let's take for example, recently Discord changed their logo, and that is when I started thinking about why they are actually doing this. Actually, this is the article. I will leave a link to this article in the description down below. So they actually have 150 million monthly users, which is very amazing. Actually, Discord started in 2015, where I also started using it back then itself, but I didn't use it very much because none of my friends are on Discord. But I still tried it and it was amazing. But this was the old Discord logo. I mean, at a first glance, it looks nice. I'm not telling it's very bad, but a lot of people are saying that this is bad and they don't like it. But mostly it is because of nostalgia. I think that is the reason, because people don't react very well to change. For example, we can take PS5's launch. When PS5 initially came out, or at least the designs when it came out, people weren't very happy about it. They said that it looked like a spaceship. There were a lot of people who did not like the design because it is very different and it is uncharted territory. We have not seen something like that, gaming also like that, because mostly before that we only used to have rectangles, or PS4 was like a rectangogram, that is a made up word. But you get the idea, right? PS4 was this parallelogram and also a rectangle, and Xbox has been this weird curved shape in the past, and now it is just like a rectangle. So yeah, you get the idea, right? It looks so different, so people didn't know how to react about it. As you can see here, this is very futuristic, and it made a lot of people afraid of what they had, literally the nostalgia. Because as I said in the Discord example, Discord has been around for 6 years now. They are just celebrated their 6th anniversary with this new logo. So when people think of all the times that they have had, they just start thinking everything is changing, and change can make you afraid. But I think I'm getting off topic, so we'll get back to this. So I think most of the people don't like this because of nostalgia. Actually, it's not very bad design. It is amazing for what it used to be. Discord in the beginning was for just gamers and gaming community. Although right now gaming is a core part of Discord and its users, but Discord has grown bigger than just gaming. They are scaling, and for a business that is what they should do, because you cannot be focusing on one thing itself. They are growing more than gaming, and they have to look different. Actually, if you don't use Discord, this is Clyde, that gaming controller. It's Clyde, and as you can see, they have outline that is actually not symmetrical. And I mean, it's nothing wrong if something not symmetrical. It doesn't mean it's very bad, but it will be hard to make assets let's say animations or illustrations. It will be hard to make when the asset is not symmetrical. So yeah. And this chat box, it doesn't have to be in this chat box, chat bubble, but still it is there. And yeah, they removed it finally, and here they show all the different type of styles that they tried for Clyde, but they ended up with this thing. So actually, as you can see, this time Clyde can emote. That is it is winking, it's happy, it's sad. It can show emotions, because as a brand it is very amazing if your logo can literally show emotions. So as you can see, they just show how they change the logo, because you can see that small little lines there. Wait, let me show you that small little lines there. Literally, if you print it on a small piece of paper or a visiting card, or not maybe visiting card, but think that as an Instagram profile picture. If like on top of the stories there will be like profile pictures of all the stories, right? If you want to stand out, if your logo is literally this small, then like none of the users will see it. So very small details in a logo is not very great. I mean, it can be there, like, but it's more of where your logos appear. For example, if your logos just appear on like small screens, like maybe a shirt pin, I guess, or even like very small like Apple watches, like displays are getting smaller and smaller. Like, I mean, like displays aren't getting actually smaller, but they are getting smaller and smaller. Let's say for example a car. Think of this logo on a car. Would it look really that great? I mean, it would look great, but this looks even more better. So yeah, and yeah, that's what they are doing here. This is very amazing. You check it out. This word mark, a lot of people like the old font. I would say it was very nice because it had that like gamer feel, and it was all caps, and the D's look very great. But Discord is not for just gamers anymore. So yeah, I like this new typeface, but it's kind of like funny. And that is the whole thing they are trying to do. Like, they are changing their whole vibe with this new brand. This is just like a case study. So in the end I will explain why most of the companies are doing stuff like this. So this is their new color. It's blurple, I think that's what they named it. Okay, so here this is their brand guidelines. You can also check it out. The link will also be in the description. So this is their new logo. And spacing here, not this. See, this is a blurple color. Like, this color is really saturated, but it is from the same hue. So as you can see, this here in this image, they are like comparing the old and the new color scheme. Wait, animation. See, this old color is a little bit muted, like less saturated, and this is just more saturated. That is also one of the reason, like, more companies are using more and more saturated colors because they actually can. Because if you imagine, displays that we use day to day are getting better and better. They are able to produce more and more vibrant colors and also more and more different colors. Like, imagine 10 years ago you had this new saturated color and the old muted color side by side. You wouldn't be able to tell much of a difference because your monitor was not able to differentiate between those two colors. So as technology and as displays get more like sophisticated and more color accurate, companies and brands can try out new colors. Like, there are actually a lot of colors in the nature that our eyes can see, but not every color that can be put in a monitor or a screen. It can be anything. It can be a watch, it can be like a phone, it can be a television, it can be anything. But the capability of your displays being able to show more and more colors means that you can try out more and more colors. And actually, let me take that Instagram example again. Like, there are these profile pictures everywhere, and you should pick one profile picture to actually see. So a user is not going to think very long. Like, the thing is, like, attention span of online people, like, who are like always online, is very, very low. So you have to get their attention like that. If you don't, then they just move on. So more saturated colors, like, you can literally see more saturated colors easily. That is why I think more and more brands and companies will include more and more saturated colors, because actually a lot of users can actually see them. So that will be a main reason for a lot of companies using saturated colors. And the next thing is, a lot of people going for simpler designs. For example, let me take Firefox. Actually, this also made some headlines in the news, and Mozilla Firefox, they changed their logo, but Mozilla Firefox logos has changed a lot since the years. So this is their new logo, but actually a lot of misconception in the community is that this is the new Firefox logo. It is the new Firefox logo, but it's not the logo of their Firefox browser. Actually, Firefox as a brand has evolved. It is not just the browser anymore. So I wanted to show you this thing. So actually it is 4 new products under Firefox, which is Send, Monitor, Lockwise and Browser. And this logo has changed, but a lot of people think that this is actually the logo, but it's not. This is still the Firefox browser logo. As you can see, I also have it right here in my dock. I use Firefox sometimes. This used to be very different. I will like put up a picture here. As you can see, like, it has been a long journey from that to here, through the way a lot of details just started missing. Like literally it is amazing, like it is like very vibrant, and I can see the Firefox and also the globe. It actually used to be a globe. The only thing that I feel like meh about this logo is that, you know, that round can be a little bit more like bluish in color instead of violet, because I don't think the water on earth is violet. So that will be the like a small change that I would do. But other than that, that logo is very amazing. A lot of logos which are, you know, very complicated in the beginning has, you know, like slowly moved to a simple, very easy to understand shapes. It is mainly because if you see a logo, you should understand it and you should be able to recreate it. Let's take kids for example. A lot of children who, you know, just start developing brain activity in the age of very like 1 to 5, mostly they see brands and, you know, they become loyal to some brands, and when they grow up it will be hard for them to, you know, move away from that brand. So when you think about it, your logo should be easily recreated by anyone, even a small child. So if you make a logo like that, like it will be very easy for people to, you know, identify your brand. So this was actually the Apple logo when it started. Like $1 trillion company had that as their logo. Can you believe it? And as another example for this is, you know, the MasterCard logo rebranding. It used to be like this and now it is like this. Like all of the details are gone and it is just 2 circles now. A lot of people said, it looks like a Venn diagram, but actually when you're paying for stuff, you should see that it is available there. Like the attention span is very low, so that a customer has to see something and, you know, it has to register in their mind that it is like MasterCard. So for example, if you have that much of detail, our brain has to go through and check all the details. But if it is just these 2 circles, it will be faster. So as the attention span gets lower and lower, the logos will get more simpler and simpler, and as the screens get smaller and smaller, the logo will be less complicated and it will be very simple. There may be a point where the logos are just shapes or just colors. Actually in Android 12, it is very amazing. If you have not seen Android 12's redesign and you are a designer, go and check it out. It's really amazing. They have used a lot of shapes and a lot of colors and a lot of textures. It is amazing. Like go and check out Android 12. It's not out yet, but you can see the Google I/O. I will try to put a link in the description if I can. And as the displays get more and more sophisticated, more and more advanced, like, you know, mini LEDs, micro LEDs or OLED displays, AMOLED, nanotech displays, I don't know what the future is holding, but as the displays get more and more, you know, color accurate, there will be a lot more colors to explore for the brands. So I think this trend will continue, but I think all the older type of logo designs, you know, much more detailed, will come back, but not as a logo, but as, you know, assets. It will be used as an artwork rather than a logo. That is my opinion. Literally this whole video has been my opinion. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, I guess. So anyway, thank you for watching this video and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.